Back at the Image booth at Fan Expo 2011, I'm standing with Sam Sarkar. He's the creator of a book called The Vault. I've been flipping through this. This is one of those books where you come across and you're like, this is so polished and just well produced and well done that you just got to meet the guy who did it. So can you tell us a little bit about how this came about?
The Vault is a labor of love and nightmares that began for me in childhood in Nova Scotia. I grew up in Nova Scotia, and there's a very famous story there about a real place called the Oak Island Treasure Pit. And Oak Island is, it's this mystery that for the last couple hundred years people have assumed that there's a massive treasure buried down there under the island. And the only things that have really been found and brought up are weird there was a stone with some weird symbols etched on it. Even right now, as of this summer, supposedly there's still something big going on that may be revealed, like, this year or next.
The myth continues.
Yeah, the myth continues, and it's grown. So over the years, people always speculated it was either a massive treasure from the New World, or it was the Holy Grail, or the Ark of the Covenant, lots of different things. But when I was a kid, my take on it was, well, what if you're not supposed to dig it up? And so here we are 30 years later. It was an idea that wouldn't go away, and I finally found a way to tell the story.
Right on. So let's talk a little bit about the artwork in the story then, right. Because like I said, this is a very polished, very detailed artwork that's in this book. What's the artist's name?
Gary Gastney. Gary did my first book, Caliber, First Canon of Justice, and he also did this amazing book called Super God by Warren Ellis, that Warren Ellis wrote.
Right.
And Gary, because he and I had a relationship previously on Caliber, we're able to really we exchange references, like art references, sculpture, paintings, photographs, go through this long process, and then once Gary gets it, I barely say anything. It's amazing how when he locks on to the story and everything, it just comes out exactly the way you want it. Gary's also very good at drawing women. We tend to want to go out with the women that Gary draws.
Why are the most beautiful women always somebody else's drawing?
Yeah, I know.
It's not fair, right?
Yeah, it's the idealized artist.
There goes one right there. Actually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we missed it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? And the story again, I understand where the story came from, but this is also a relatively short run, isn't it? I heard it's about 6 issues.
No, it's a 3-issue. The first book is going to be is 3 issues, and then we'll put it out as a trade at the end of the year or January. But I'm really hoping to do a lot more of them, because it's really the beginning of a much larger, series of misadventures. That the Vault is really the first one.
Right.
And even within the context of the story, it's mentioned that there's more than one other pit. So actually, in this comic, it doesn't take place on Oak Island. They know and have done all the research on Oak Island. They found another pit on Sable Island, which is another great real thing in Nova Scotia. It's the graveyard of the North Atlantic. It's like this little tiny island 150 miles off the coast that's just surrounded in shoals and shipwrecks. And so just like we're having this weekend, a hurricane's about to hit them as they're down there digging away, and they pull up something that they really shouldn't be touching, and they bring it out.
Yeah, that sounds odd. I love that. I love finding inspiration from real things, especially when they're Canadian things. That's a little close to home for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of mystique and things that everybody knows almost nothing about.
Yeah.
It's just like a little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
That's right.
Speaking of bigger things coming for it, I understand there's some big news coming for the Vault. You were telling me that it looks like it's going to be optioned for a movie.
Yeah, it's very exciting. There is my company is a movie company, Infinitum Nihil, which is Johnny Depp's company. It's run by Christy Dombrowski, and our parent company that we have our first look deal with is Graham King's company, GK Films. And Graham and his execs, Dennis O'Sullivan and Bama Nazrahi, really loved this one. And it's exciting, I was really surprised how much, they embraced it, but off we go.
Interest is good.
Interest is good. No, they really dug it, so I'm excited.
Any idea when we can see that, or is it too early for that?
I'm hoping that we'll have some announcements for it in the next month or two,
Oh, wow.
but I don't want to, we're putting the pieces together quickly.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm going to pick up a couple of these myself. And when it comes out, I'm looking forward to seeing that too. And I wish you all the luck in the world. And it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Take care.